everyone, and welcome to another episode of It's News to Me. I'm your host, Anastasia Gilardi. Mayor Jeff Schielke is already preparing for the next 4 years of his new term. Mayor Schielke stated that one of the greatest challenges is the finances going forward. Batavia's current share of the state tax dollars that are distributed to local municipalities is $2.5 million a year. Schielke fears that this may be a risk. To him, there is a large importance in building up the city's sales tax and property tax base. Another importance for Schielke is to generate activity that will attract investment. Other goals Schielke has are to advance stormwater drainage projects, fighting shoreline erosion along the Fox River, and the reconstruction of several blocks on the main street. Those are only some of the many projects and ideas Mayor Schielke has for Batavia. Fox News has released a statement after a thorough and careful review of the allegations. Bill O'Reilly will not be returning. Bill O'Reilly has been accused of a series of allegations of sexual harassment. A total of 5 women who have been paid by either O'Reilly or Fox News to not speak out about their accusations. The agreements have totaled to $13 million. Since the news has been shared by the New York Times, 22 brands have pulled their advertisements from The O'Reilly Show. O'Reilly has denied all allegations. After a whole 5 weeks on the run, a Tennessee teacher who kidnapped and fled with his 15-year-old student has been arrested in Northern California as of Thursday, April 20th. The student, Elizabeth Thomas, was found safe, but has not yet been able to speak with her family due to her remote location. Tad Cummins, who is 50, fled with Elizabeth from their small town of Kiloka, Tennessee on March 13th. They disappeared a few weeks after a report from a student claimed that they had been seen kissing in a classroom. March 15th had brought surveillance footage showing the pair at a Walmart in Oklahoma City, but for weeks following, the trail went cold. The break in the case came when a vehicle belonging to Cummins was discovered in Siskiyou County, California, more than 2,000 miles away from their hometown in Tennessee. Here's Check It Out with Michelle Martzell.
Hello, I'm Michelle Martzell, Promotional Services Manager here at Batavia Public Library. During the next couple of weeks, the library is hosting some great programs. We hope you can join us for the following. Songs of the Stars, the April Sundays on Stage program, is at 2 p.m. on April 30th. Chicago singer Stan Muccio will perform the hits of Tom Jones, Engelbert Humperdinck, Elvis, Bobby Darin, and Tony Bennett. Muccio was here at the library in 2015 when he portrayed Frank Sinatra and performed in the Vegas in Batavia show. Please register for this program online or by calling the reference desk. On May 2nd at 7 p.m., historian Sarah Achner will talk about life in a Japanese-American internment camp, a new Lyceum lecture series program. Achner will share photos and details of daily life in an internment camp, which housed more than 120,000 Japanese Americans after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Achner herself is a descendant of internees. Please register for this program online or by calling the reference desk. The library's new Lyceum lecture series and Sundays on Stage entertainment series are sponsored by the Batavia Public Library Foundation. Did you know that Biltmore Estate in North Carolina is the largest private residence in the United States? Art historian Jeff Misher will take us on a tour of the house and gardens designed by William Morris Hunt and Frederick Law Olmsted, respectively, at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, May 3rd. During Biltmore Americans Downton Abbey, Misher will talk about the estate's history, architecture, and landscape plan, and will also discuss parallels between Biltmore and the fictional Downton Abbey. Please register for this program online or by calling the reference desk. Please visit the library's online calendar to find additional programs for children, teens, and adults, as well as a schedule of computer classes for adults. I'm Michelle Martzell, and I hope to see you at the library.
Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, is receiving anger from his citizens. Across the country, protests have been taking place. Venezuela has suffered from high inflation, rampant crime, and shortage of basic goods. The protests were set to persuade President Maduro to negotiate with the opposition and find a way to fix the economic crisis. The anti-government protests have been bigger than ever, and at least 3 people have been killed with unreasonable allegations. Much like the Venezuelan protests, over the weekend, thousands took the lawn of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. to persuade President Trump to release his personal tax returns. Rallies were held in about 150 different cities across the U.S. Protesters and demonstrators wore chicken-themed attire, pink hats from the Women's March, and Russian-themed hats. Every president since Richard Nixon has released their tax returns. The act is not mandatory or law-binding. It is what some call a great American tradition. Protesters are hoping that with the tax returns, the rumored Russian ties will be presented or not. Overall, the protests were peaceful. Early Wednesday, former NFL star and New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez was found dead hanging in his prison cell just days after being acquitted of double murder conviction. Hernandez was found unresponsive by the guards in his cell at the Souza Baranowski Correctional Center in Shirley, Massachusetts, just after 3 a.m. He was pronounced dead about an hour later at the University of Massachusetts Memorial Health Alliance Hospital in Leominster. He was 27. Law enforcement sources told ABC News that Hernandez was found with John 3:16 written across his forehead. That Bible verse reads, "For God so loved the world that he gave only his begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." Now let's go to the park bench with Sharon Bringleson.
Hello, I'm Sharon Bringleson, Marketing and Communications Coordinator at the Park District, and welcome to the Park Bench. I am bringing you Park District news today from the East Side Community Center. Be sure to save the date for our annual Touch a Truck Day coming up on Friday, May 12th. Kids of all ages will get the opportunity to touch, feel, climb through, into, and out of each and every vehicle available. There could be a fire truck, tractor, dump truck, bus, maybe a limousine, police car, and more. Parent supervision is required and cameras are highly recommended. The rain date is Friday, May 19th. And best of all, Touch a Truck is a free event. Be sure to check it out right here at the East Side Community Center in the parking lot. Did you know that the Park District offers party planning? That's right. You can let our party planner do all the work to plan your child's birthday party. You invite the guests and let us do the rest. You can truly make the most of your son or daughter's birthday party and choose from our fun pick-a-party packages. There are lots of themes to choose from, like sports, pirate, princess, superhero, race car, and more. We have a party room and use of the gym if you wish. And you will love to see the look of delight on your guests' faces when they dig into the scrumptious cupcakes. For more information, call Brittany Bruno at 630-879-5235. Are you ready to have an adventurous summer? We definitely are. Be sure to check out our summer camps. Camp Kaleidoscope is a great option for children entering 1st through 5th grades and includes games, crafts, theme days, field trips, and swimming at the quarry. Registration is open now for this popular camp, and you can enroll by week or for the entire summer. We also have lots of different sports camps for grade school, middle school, and high school students. Those include baseball, basketball, football, golf, and there's more, tennis, soccer, track and field, dance, and cheerleading. Just about any sport you would want to learn and play. These camps are also open for registration now, so check them out on our website and enroll soon to reserve your spot. Be sure to look for the Summer Fun Guide being delivered at the end of April for lots more camps being offered in June, July, and August. With all this talk of summer, I can already feel it warming up. We'll see you next month with more news on the Park Bench.
On Saturday, April 15th, a Batavia police officer activated his emergency lights and chased Joseph Graves, a Batavia resident, on a motorcycle with a passenger down Kirk Road. Graves sped past the officer at 80 miles per hour on a 45 mile per hour zone and failed to stop at a four-way stop sign. The motorcycle struck the rear of a Chevy Suburban that was backing out of a private driveway. Both the driver and the passenger of the motorcycle were ejected from the motorcycle onto the street. Graves was pronounced dead at the scene, and the female passenger was then airlifted to a nearby hospital where she remained in critical condition. Due to the involvement of a Batavia Police Department officer, the Kane County Sheriff's Department is investigating the incident. Over the weekend, over 190,000 people enjoyed music, food, art, and fashion as a part of the music festival Coachella in the desert Indio, California. The festival featured some of the biggest names in music, such as Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and Radiohead. Lady Gaga is making history as a female headliner. Beyoncé was originally supposed to be the female headliner, but had to step down due to her pregnancy. Lady Gaga has defied her past persona with her new music, projects, and fashion. Coachella will be going on for a second weekend on the 21st through the 23rd. That's all we have for today, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of It's News to Me. Most of our programming is viewable online at mybatv.com or on YouTube under the username BATV1017. Be sure to like our Facebook page to stay up to date on the station's current happenings. Thanks again for watching. I'm Anastasia Gilardi, and that's News to Me.
Hey, that's news to me.